What's up guys and welcome to ForceBuy. Today we'll look at the game between Vitality and G2 and we will start looking at the bans. Both of the teams removed their perma bans and we see G2 pick Vertigo again as Vitality goes for Nuke and the decider map ends up being Inferno. Looking at the first map on Vertigo, we see that Vitality dominated G2 with the new guy Spinx topping the scoreboard. Let's see how Vitality won the match. They started on CT, so let's look at how they played. The default setup is Dupree as the anchor on B, Spinx plays the rotator, and we have Apex and Taboo as the anchors on A, and Magist as the A rotation player. Apex likes to take early duels, so we'll see a lot of activity on the A ramp. Even though Vitality dominated the game, they weren't very good at getting their opening kills. Apex is an aggressive player, but G2 had no trouble shutting him down. Taboo is usually strong in the opening duels, but he didn't win a single opening duel on his CT side. Taboo is again dropped on A ramp and this time G2 plays fast and Vitality can't hold them back. But they made up for their mistakes in the early part of the round by making some good rotations. Here they initially lost a player, but Magist brought it back to a 4v4 situation. As we see, the rotation player Spinx is already on A side ready to help, and he pushes together with Magist while Savu holds short. They were also successful with their gamble stacks. They lost an initial player, and we saw Dupree, the B player, has already rotated towards A as he holds for a mid push. Vitality waits patiently as they hope G2 will walk into their crosshairs, and they can use their gamble stack to surprise G2. Spinx go one by one and Dupree is now pushed all the way up on short. Vitality's only hope is that G2 walks into the trap and they can use the element of surprise. As Apex go down, it is now a 2 vs 4 situation. Savu gets a kill and Dupree pushes forward in the short position. And together they use the rotations and the teamwork to constantly harass G2 as they run out of time and can't plant the bomb. Moving to the T side, they only played 5 rounds but they won them all. At default T side, we'd usually see Dupree as the A player and Magist as the B player, while Spinx lurks towards mid, and Apex and Savu moves around depending on the plan. If Apex and Savu plays towards A with Dupree, then Magist would play passively towards B, and the other way around. In this round we see Apex and Savu committing towards A with Dupree, as we also see Dupree get more comfortable in his aggressive role. Apex pushes short and creates space for Dupree and Savu. HooXi gets baited as only Apex have made sound. And Dupree is ready to catch him out. And the new addition Spinx was very good at using his lurking skills by pushing mid, as he finds a giant gap which he uses to backstab the A players. As we move on from Vertigo, Vitality picked the next map and it was Nuke. But in this map, G2 dominated the game as Nigo carried his team to a 16-5 victory. Vitality started on the T side, but they only got 4 rounds. Vitality tried to open up the defense in yard with Apex in front, while he got support from Dupree on Silo, and we would also see Savu flashing and joining them in the push. Magist either helped outside or inside, and Spinx lurked towards ramp. Vitality did struggle as they couldn't find any opening kills and they couldn't get any map control. In this round they fake a yard play as they moved their focus towards A. But Nigo had been playing behind red and he's able to push and notice that they're faking, which counters their strat. Vitality have to commit and G2 can easily shut them down. They did succeed with their yard play a single time. This round they don't fake the yard play as they push towards Secret and Garage. They're able to get free map control towards Secret, and this forces the G2 players to rotate out of their positions. This opens up the defense of G2, and Vitality can now get some fights if their timing is right. And we see ZywOo get a kill in secret, and dupreeh catch m0NESY rotating. Vitality also couldn't get going on the CT side. And we will first look at their setup. Vitality plays with Apex towards ramp, and they have dupreeh and Spinx as the A anchors. Magisk plays yard, but he usually goes towards main, and either Spinx or dupreeh rotates down vent to secret. And then they have ZywOo in heaven. The game was again centered around yard and ramp, and Vitality didn't have the firepower to control G2. G2 played fast paced, as they attacked both ramp and yard, and this caught out the Vitality players. Vitality found form again on the last map, Inferno. As we see, the new additions on G2 struggled a lot. Vitality won the knife round, so they got to start on the CT side. The default setup had Spinx as the anchor player on B and Apex as the rotator. And on A side they of course had Magisk and Pit, and ZywOo was usually on short, and dupreeh played rotation. They had a lot of success getting opening kills in different ways, as we see them stack boiler. dupreeh gets Hunter and they are able to get away without dying. On B they also found success with flashing Spinx into a good position, as he gets free before going down. But they didn't always find success, as we see them both go down, and dupreeh can't salvage the situation. They were very good at dropping utility to the B anchor player, so that Spinx could hold the side alone, and they could rotate dupreeh to A, which makes the side a lot easier to hold. Moving to the T side. Vitality plays with Magisk on banana and Spinx in apps. In a default setup, Apex would help Magisk and dupreeh would help Spinx, while ZywOo would float between B or A. But Apex and dupreeh also have a lot of freedom, and they usually move around on the map. Apex was very good at taking space when they got a man advantage, as we see ZywOo kill Nico on banana. Apex moves fast to gain map control, and is able to slip past HooXi and move all the way to pool, while his teammate shifts toward him, and he surprises HooXi. Hunter tries to save the day, but it is too late. In this situation we see Magisk boosted on ZywOo, but they both end up dying. And Vitality are now stuck in a 3 vs 5 situation, but Apex paces and they move towards A. They move into the short position and they also have Spinx and apps. As they catches the G2 players sleep a bit. Apex get 1 kill and dupreeh gets another before Spinx goes down. And Apex catches one of the rotation players. And dupreeh somehow gets Nico and they end up closing the game. The game was very weird, as we had 3 one-sided maps. And it seems that Vitality's transition is way easier than G2's. Which also makes sense, since they are playing the same kind of CS as they did before they got Spinx. But now they just got more firepower. And Vitality progress in the knockout stage. They will now face NaVi, as they play for a spot in the Blast Fall final. That was all from me today, guys. Did you notice anything in the game that I might have missed? Then please let me know down below. Thank you for watching and have a good day.